Let's explore how to detect and safely delete orphaned user meta with Advanced Database Cleaner. User meta are key value settings saved in the WP user meta table by WordPress plugins and themes. They store extra information for user accounts like preferences, profile settings, and plugin-specific data. Before we proceed to detect the orphaned user meta, let's talk first about the unused user meta. These are meta entries whose users no longer exist. They're detected automatically. You can list them from the orange preset area using its filter link or from the unused user meta dropdown in the filters. Because their users are gone, these entries are safe to delete first. To find orphaned user meta, we first need to scan. Right after installing the plugin, the Belongs To column usually shows owners only for WordPress core and for Advanced Database Cleaner itself. The scan discovers the rest. Click Start a Scan for user meta. Choose a mode, Local Scan Only, which uses an advanced algorithm to detect ownership based on your current environment. Local and Remote Scan, recommended. Runs the local step, then sends non-sensitive data to our central server and compares your user meta against a large, constantly updated database of known plugins and themes for higher accuracy. It can take a bit longer on large sites. For full privacy and technical details, see the article link in the description. Next, you can choose whether to enable the Override Manual Corrections option. When this switch is turned on, the scan will also include and rescan any tables you previously corrected manually from the Edit Scan Results action. Those manual changes will be overwritten with the new scan data. If you keep it disabled, the scan will skip your manual corrections and preserve them as they are. This is useful if you've already reviewed certain tables and don't want them reclassified. For full privacy and technical details, see the article link in the description. When the scan completes, the Belongs To column is updated. WordPress core items show a lock icon and can't be deleted. A plugin or theme name without a percentage means we are 100% sure this user meta belongs to it. You'll also see whether it's active, inactive, or not installed. A percentage is a confidence hint from the scan. Below 100% means likely but not certain. These percentages are usually more reliable with long and distinctive values than with short or generic names. As you can see, we have here a categorization term called unknown, which is specific only to user meta and post meta. Unknown does not mean orphan. These keys are either widely used by many different plugins or themes, or the scan can't identify any plugin or theme that they belong to. Because meta key usage is different from options and other data types, the scan can't safely relate them to an add-on, and it also can't call them orphans. Keep unknown items unless you've investigated deeply and confirmed they're safe to remove. To focus your work, use the quick categorization filters just under the main filters: All User Meta, Orphans, Plugins Meta, Themes Meta, WP Meta, Unknown, and Not Scanned. Click Orphans to see only the items with no confirmed owner.
Please note that unused entries can be listed from the orange area or the unused filter. Delete those first. They're safe. Normally, orphan user meta can safely be deleted too, but it's wise to investigate first. Let's explore some practical techniques to help you do that.
Remember, deletion is permanent and may break your site. Always back up your database or test your cleanups on a staging site before deleting anything. The first technique is to investigate orphaned user meta that have a helpful More Info modal. Let's check this one, for example. In Known Plugins Using This Item, the meta key belongs 100% to a plugin and its status is not installed. That means it was likely used on this site before and no longer exists now. To verify, open the Add-ons Activity module, search for the plugin name, then click Filter. You should see its activation, deactivation, and uninstall history. If it's not installed anymore, go back to User Meta, select the entry, choose Delete from Bulk Actions, and apply. Repeat for similar cases. If the More Info pane doesn't confirm a previously installed add-on, or there's no More Info icon, use one of these two techniques to identify which plugin or theme a user meta belongs to. The first one is identifying the plugin or theme by its prefix. Look at the meta key itself. For example, this meta key, WooCommerce recently viewed. Even without the help of the info panel, it clearly points to WooCommerce plugin. If you don't recognize a prefix, do a quick web search or ask an AI assistant to see which add-on uses it. Next, verify that this plugin was installed in your WordPress environment using the add-ons activity module as we did earlier, if you don't remember yourself. Once confirmed, we can treat meta keys starting with WooCommerce as leftovers from WooCommerce. Return to User Meta, search for WooCommerce in the meta key, select the Orphaned User Meta categorization filter, select the matching meta keys, and run a bulk delete. The second one is identifying the plugin or theme by a clue in the value. For example, this meta key, plugin data Yoast, doesn't have a clear prefix and the more info didn't help. Let's check its value. Open the eye icon to view the meta value, and if it's a JSON object, we switch to the formatted view. As you can see, we have here plugin Yoast CO, which is a plugin that might have been installed before. Let's verify the add-on's activity history and search for Yoast. We can see here that the plugin was activated and later uninstalled, so we can safely delete this. Go back to User Meta, search for it, and delete it. If a user meta is orphaned and you still can't identify its source using the info panel, the prefix, or the value, either keep it, test on a staging site, or delete only after a backup so you can roll back if needed. Before any critical change, especially deletions, always make a fresh database backup or try changes on a staging site first. Regular scans and careful cleanups keep your database lighter and help your site run more efficiently.